we did a major symposium on the future of democracy and development in Africa and the Caribbean, bringing together the Honorable Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and the Honorable Dr. Pedro Pierce, the former Prime Minister and President of Cape Verde. It was an incredible event. And that's IBW really working very effectively to bring these issues to the public. And of course, when Nelson Mandela died, we didn't just celebrate his life. We talked about his life and legacy and what are the implications for Nelson Mandela's legacy right now. And we raised some very challenging questions about the future of South Africa today. And of course, we said it within the context of saying the struggle there is yet to be completed. And reparations is making a comeback. Reparations is something that I've always believed in, and certainly IBW does as well. This last year at the Chicago State University, we had an incredible forum on revitalizing the reparations movement in the United States. And we brought Sir Hilary Beckles, the leading public intellectual in the Caribbean, and one of the leading public intellectuals among black people in the world, to Chicago State University. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was there. John Conyers. We had a tremendous, and some of you probably saw that forum. It is a part of the rebirth of the reparations movement. And then we went to the Congressional Black Caucus, where John Conyers said the forum that we pulled together with Camilo Gonzalez, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Ta-Nehisi Coates. You know that young brother, right? He has lit this country on fire with the article he did in the Atlantic Monthly magazine about reparations. He was there, and Kichi Taifa was there. Congressman Conyers said this was the most impressive forum he had held since 1989 on this issue. And so coming forward, in this coming spring, we'll be hosting actually the CARICOM Reparations Commission right here in the United States as we seek to give the reparations movement a boost. In fact, we're going to create our own reparations commission with some of the most dynamic, prominent, and effective organizers and reparations activists right here in these United States of America. So brothers and sisters, that's a lot of very powerful work. And I haven't mentioned just the fact that we have a Pan-African Unity Dialogue in New York where we bring together people from the African American community, Continental African community, Caribbean Americans, Afro-Latinos every 3 months. That's kind of how IBW works. It's about collaboration, about bringing our people together, about strategically to talk about how we can effectively learn from each other and move the struggle forward. That's how we work. But we need you to help us do that work. Some of the things I've outlined are not going to be funded by corporations. They're not going to be funded by some foundations as well. So in the spirit of Marcus Garvey, we're asking you to support us, for you to give us a lending hand, for you, our brothers and sisters, to give us a gift during this holiday season, to make it relevant, to make it effective. And you can do that. I'm going to ask you, those of you who could afford to, make a tax-deductible contribution of $100 to support the work of the Institute of the Black World 21st Century. We have another program, however, that we also want you to support. So even if you give $100, and if you give less, that's fine, because whatever you give is going to be fine. Because at the end of the day, it's about what you can afford to do. But we have a brother named Gregory Griffin, who's out of Baltimore. Since 2001, Gregory Griffin has contributed $10. Let me say that again, $10 to the Institute of the Black World 21st Century without fail every month. We have a program called the Gregory Griffin Contributing Circle. You can give your $100 or $25 or $50, or maybe you'll give $1,000. We don't know. But also sign up to be a recurring contributor. Sign up by credit card to make a contribution to IBW every month. So go to our website, www.ibw21.org, and you can make that contribution today. Encourage your friends and family to do likewise. Again, this is guts and faith work, but we don't want to continue to do it on that basis. We believe that if enough of you sign up, we can really build a movement like Marcus Garvey did from the bottom up. And sign up for the Gregory Griffin Contributor Circle. Now, if you don't want to sign up on the internet, you can also write a check. That check should be made out to the Institute of the Black World, and you mail it to 31-35 95th Street, East Elmhurst, New York, 11369. Have a pleasant and joyous and productive holiday season, and I can you can bet your bottom dollar that we are going to continue to struggle. We conclude by saying, a luta continua.